Hello world. It's Saturday, the 7th of September, 2024. Present time, according to my watch now, 1:20, 19, 20? 1:19 p.m. Computer agrees. Good. I'm showing up a bit late here today on account of the fact that I was on the phone catching up with Wes. I will continue to call him Wes, whom I haven't spoken with in a long time, but he thought of me recently and decided to send me a text message. And it looks like we hadn't talked since January. We spent a solid hour and a half talking, and this phone was tied up. Because this one is so freaking low on storage that I just can't really do anything with it. So I want to rectify that. It's quite a bit more pleasant out today than it's been. I want to fix that as well. Anyway, since I last appeared before you, I visited with my father, had dinner with him. Afterwards, we watched a movie together, Tombstone, which I don't think I've ever seen. Or I don't think I'd seen prior to last night. That was fun. A lot of horses. What did I do last night for myself? A little bit of comms. I got in a message. Hey, maybe we can work together in some way. Which is good. I want to take some action. For myself today, I would love to gain some additional clarity into my injury. And with that, also figure out how insurance is supposed to work. How I'm supposed to get seen, get treatment from a doctor. How to really pursue my own healing from here. Okay, that's interesting. That is really, really curious. Something is going on to where that is not happy with me. I read you, Lucky. I expect to hear that crazy bunch of noise again. Yep. Very curious. Alright, I'm gonna spend some time figuring that out. Kind of like, what now? Yeah, sometimes things don't go according to our plans. Don't quite go as we hope. What will you do? Remind me again, why is it so important to you to be on good terms with this person? You wanted to drop this. Oh, you're blocked. She's blocked you. How are you gonna... And again, why? Like, why do you want to be on good terms with her? Remind me, it's been a minute, and as you know, I've had my own concerns, which I have shared with you. Which I've shared with you. I've asked about your ability to help, and yeah. Oh, you're not blocked on Facebook. General catch-up. You want to be on good terms with her for general catch-up. Okay. Oh. Yeah, just you know, it's someone you've interacted with a few times. You know, seems like quite a lot of energy to expend just to catch up with somebody with whom you weren't really all that close to begin with, right? And who seems like they're not well, but you know, it's however you value things. And this is the part that confuses me the most, where you're like, you may not even like her IRL. It's just, it's confusing to me. It's all very confusing to me. But hey, it's your world, man. And if this relationship is so valuable to you, then carry on your good fight. I hope your messages are well received. Okay, little one. Go. I, I'm still curious if you like, you know, this thing that I've asked if you can help with, like the situation that I've found myself in. I guess the easiest question, like cutting straight to it, is, whoa, can you help? Are you willing to help? Easy, bud. Easy. Easy. Hey, what you? Oh, all right, fine. You had enough of that. That's cool. All right. Anyway, what you shared, does it sound complicated? No, it doesn't sound complicated. I mean, I hope, again, like I said, that your message is well received. I I have no dog in this fight. You know, like you wrote, it's pretty simple. What you're offering, what you're asking, trying to set up a group thing, and no, question mark. Yeah, you can't win them all. You can't win them all. Me, if somebody's blocked me, here, I got something. Last night, I randomly stumbled upon, while on a social media platform, I randomly stumbled upon the profile belonging to the woman who submitted to the account that made the cancellation post. I randomly stumbled upon her account. She made a post in this group that I sometimes look at. Go figure, like we're in the same vertical. So the potential to bump into her on a different platform, it exists, right? And this was through no extraordinary effort of my own. It just so happened. I was like, who is this person? Oh, right, because I was, the reason why is because I was looking for a specific search term. That's the reason why this random encounter took place. And so, I'm trying to do some forward-looking, try to drum up some stuff in my little world. There's still a big question mark about, just question marks. So I was just curious. Bump into her. And the thought occurred to me, like, I could, though she blocked me on X, I never really got a chance to respond to her message. She sent me this message, which was pretty long. It was paragraphs, multiple paragraphs long. She unblocked me, said, "Hey, this is the first and only time I'm going to contact you." Pretty long message. And at the time, I was sitting here with Kassa, and I was drinking. I was like, "Fuck, this is a serious message that's come in." I'm already just tired of this shit. Like, I don't really have the bandwidth to be dealing with this. And but I take this message coming from her to be a sign that hostilities are relaxing, right? So I sent back to this paragraphs long message. I sent back an emoji of a dove holding an olive branch. And that's it. Just like, fuck, I'm gonna respond to all of this stuff when I get around to it. And the next day, I go have lunch with a friend I hadn't seen in a very long time, and catch her up about just like the craziness that's been unfolding in my life. This was days after the cancellation attempt, the post was made. And while I'm out to lunch with her, with my friend, I show my friend this DM I got, in this paragraph's a long one. And then realize, wait, she blocked me again. This woman, she sent me this paragraph's long message. I didn't really get a chance to formulate a real response to it. And there she goes. She's blocking me again. Okay. And not too long ago, I read over her message for the first time, I think, since I received it. I was going over it again, just like, trying to parse what the fuck happened. Like, all this craziness just suddenly landed on my doorstep. Like, what the fuck? I was going through it, and it's like, I do want to respond to this in some capacity. It's just eventually I'll get around to it, or maybe not. But if I really wanted to, yeah, I could reach out to her on a bunch of other platforms. I could have done it right away. But maybe I will. I still haven't formulated a response. I thought a little bit about it. Just a little bit. But I also recognize that if I send her a message, if I'm too quick about it, I react emotionally, then maybe it pushes her to double down, right? But at this point, looking at the situation that had unfolded, the cancellation attempt, the blog post that I wrote, while a lot of the actual copy, the text remains largely intact from before the cancellation attempt was made. Now, there are a lot more images, a lot more pictures. It's changed materially. And maybe that plus some like minor revisions here and there, maybe it's enough to say, well, hey, just a heads up, I polished this thing. Maybe you can give it a second look. Maybe. Right, and then address some of these points that she's made, maybe. But at the end of the day, my fight was never with other content creators. I thought that was clear. I thought that was clear enough from my writing. It's like, yeah, not trying to hurt my fellow foot soldiers. Anyway, time for everything. Long story short, there's a time for everything, I guess. If you really want to, yeah, you can find other ways of getting hold of people. You can make new accounts. You can spin up new accounts on these platforms over and over and over again. But you do that, and you run the risk of the other party making the case that you're harassing them. And in fact, if that's what if you were to do that, like spinning up accounts to circumvent blocks, yeah, you're circumventing the blocks. You are indeed harassing them. So, time helps. It sucks, but sometimes it's the only thing. Shy of bumping into somebody in meet space, and if that can be hit or miss too, right? These are like online relationships. Suddenly, sometimes, the stars align. You happen to actually have something happen in meet space to where it's like, you know what? I don't get what all the feuding was about, or I don't get what all of that craziness was about. Anyway. Internet's a weird place, man. And communicating solely through text with people too is just like, it's not it. Text alone is not it. Through text, I try to keep things simple. Simple enough such that you run it through a machine for translation, it's probably going to work. But I also frequently find there's miscommunications, and sometimes it's within just one language, right? It's all English. But even there, just like a word, people respond sometimes very strongly to words, just that you wouldn't expect. Like family. Just an example from Bernard. From my time with Bernard, talking with Bernard. Okay, you good? You ready to go get some food? Fuck yeah. Ready to get some food? Alright. Control. Control limited. Oh my gosh, shit. Yeah, so, Lucky, if I understand correctly, what it really boils down to is that you fancy her, right? This is somebody you find attractive. You want to get to know her better. So you want to be in her good graces. However, somebody else has come along and made her think that you had you'd done something bad, something that she thought was bad. And you want to clear your name so that you have the chance, the opportunity to pursue her. Or at least see if there's something there. Yeah. Okay. It's for any girl. Huh? Well, I mean, so there's this thought. And this is applicable to me, my little world too. Okay. There's this thought that the right person even if they were presented with this, the way that they would respond to this bad thing would have been totally different from the way that this particular person has responded to the bad thing. And in line with that thought, if you were meeting other women that you fancied, then maybe the loss of this particular one over this misunderstanding, maybe it wouldn't be so big a deal. Just here, you're putting a pretty considerable amount of your cognitive energy into trying to solve your way out of this situation that involves a relationship between you and this person that you're not really all that close with in the first place. Like, they're your acquaintances. You know, like, with my own cancellation attempt, there have been people that have blocked me. Some of them I've watched it happen, but I have not chased any of them. It's not because I don't want friends. I don't value having friends, peers that I can chat with or whatever. I mean, I may very well bump into some of these people again, as long as I keep showing up out in meat space. But until that time, I'm not trying to smooth things over with all of these individuals. That's again, going back to this thought that, well, the people who were for you, they might respond very differently to this whatever news you have to share than the people who weren't. Because some people, you share with them your successes and they might publicly, to your face, they might celebrate with you. But inside, they might resent you and wish for your downfall. And some of them, maybe a little crazier, even publicly, might wish for your downfall. Hey, Paul. Anyway, I'm rambling. To me, if not for the case, not for the fact that, the facts in my case where, okay, I go to an event, just excited. I come back home, injured, at the event. And after reviewing the evidence available to me, I arrive at the determination that there was wrongdoing committed on the part of the event host, right? That there's a case I can make, something that could stand up in a court of law. I wouldn't pursue this. And in stepping through what evidence I had, I also declared out loud, I kind of hope that I was at fault. That upon reviewing this, any reasonable observer would conclude, hey, dude, you were at fault. Just accept it. Own up to it. But no, rather I go through it, and the more I look, it's like, what happened was wrong. I was wronged. This isn't the first time in my life that I've been wronged. But here's a case where because of all of the past experience that I've had, all the wrongs I've suffered in my life to date, during that time, during this particular event, I've got objective documentation, objective evidence that shows who was in fact in the wrong. Suddenly the game becomes very, very different. And here, I guess maybe you feel the same way in your own situation. I'm wishing you well. I know in my own fight, I've asked for your help with, or you can, this, what's going on publicly. But when it comes down to it, the real fight, the showdown, I don't expect is going to take place on social media. Not for me. Not between me and XBiz. But the social media level fight, it's part of it. It's part of the overall thing. It's relatively small. Again, the damage is done. Battle is over there. I'm just asking for help with damage control, cleaning up the pieces. And maybe if you have a referral to a good attorney that can help with my particular case, who can practice law in the state of Florida, I'd appreciate a referral. Or if you're licensed to practice law in the state of Florida, and you feel competent to take on it's a personal injury case against a company. I suspect they have some business insurance. Let's get in touch. I'm easy to get a hold of. I'm looking for representation. Too far. I'm sorry. I don't understand how her statement. I would block someone if I knew without a doubt that they did that to me. I guess, block the person who had admitted they were culpable of the wrongdoing. I mean, again, go for it. If I can knock it dead, I just don't, you know, outside of encouraging you or asking questions of you. I don't know. And again, like, you know, maybe there is something I can do to help you. Maybe there is. But I don't know that you haven't asked me for any help, have you? Outside of sharing, and I've also responded. Yeah. Lucky, that sucks. I don't really think I have anything new to add that I haven't said since day one. I'm just trying to get some clarity on it again. You know, come back to, like, hey, if it's worth it to you, right? If that relationship means so much to you, then I suppose you do something about it. You have been doing something. So again, I hope your message is well received. I'm gonna take a little bio break. I'll be right back.
Oh, hey, look, there's a kibble right here.
What's up? There we go. How's your little guy? I wonder if that GPU just doesn't have an H.265 encoder. That might be it. Hey, Paul, bring it. Bring the empty one. Hey. Welcome back. Lucky, do I think there's a way out? As I've previously said to you, yeah, there's virtually always a way. It's just a matter of how much energy you're willing to devote to a particular cause. What would I do? Through everything I've said, I've been kind of hinting at questions I would ask myself, right? Actually, I know what I would do. I'd write a blog post. But again, this is like this is a matter of I kid. In this case, I probably wouldn't write a blog post. But I still might assemble some type of document, especially if I were trying to seek help from people. Right? Try to get some resource together so I don't have to keep describing it over and over again. Maybe, yeah, but really, it seems to me you've gotten a lot of feedback from a lot of different parties. You've shared your situation with many people. You seem like you have some next steps that you want to take, and well, what I've said is I hope your message is well received. Yep. Yep. Of mountains and molehills. I understand that for you, at this juncture, this is really important. So I hope it goes well. That's right. I don't want to get too lost in the weeds on this and that and the other thing. For me, getting getting an accurate diagnosis of what's going on with my shoulder, my injury, the pathology. That's important. So I'd like to figure out next steps there. That's part of the real fight for me. Getting back to where I was, being made whole. Following the trauma I was subjected to. Because guess we come this way for a bit. Let's get some stuff together. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Wait, did you finish all your food again? No, you haven't. Good. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. This one. I think I just fire off an email at this point. Fucking PDs. Big city PDs. Something I want to fix. Never happened to you before. You can call in maybe later if that's okay. You're saying that you want to talk about this with me? Sure, yeah. Like beyond all the writing that you've done about this, you know how to get a hold of me. Okay? You know how to get a hold of me. Oh, crack. Yes, you do. That's a great way to get a hold of me. Hey, hello, welcome back. Never had any issues on any social media platforms. No, I'm going to counter. It has nothing to do with social media platforms. This is more just. This is just more. It's a relationship between you and this woman that you'd like to get to know better, right? That you fancy. Social media is just. It's one particular medium where she's blocked you on one platform. It's not like you know. You're still Facebook friends, like you said. This American life. You know what? Today has been. It started off just much more pleasant than yesterday. The air is getting drier. Temperatures are cooling off. A cold front's hit. Tomorrow, we expect to be even more pleasant than today. In fact, tonight, or maybe the wee hours this morning, I might be able to crack open the windows for the first time in a long time. I don't think it's here to stay, which is too bad. Eventually it will be here to stay, but I'm digging it. Summer coming to an end. Survived yet another summer here. Almost. Right. What I would like to find out for myself, because I can spend fucking an eternity with this social media shit, this bullshit. What I would like to get down to, what the fuck? Pardon my French. Okay, that is weird. That is very, very strange. And I don't know what to make of that. Okay. Oh, step in. You experienced a traumatic situation today. You're looking to share about this? Sorry that you experienced a traumatic situation today. That sucks. That really sucks. It'd be nice if we could go through our days without. Well, actually, I have some thoughts on it. No. No, I haven't seen that. Well, yeah, I don't think I have. I don't think so. Would you like to share what happened?
Oh shit. Oh, lucky. Oh, lucky. What is the name of that healthcare provider I went to? Um, I think it's this. Yeah, that's it. Oh, lucky. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Six. Wow. Lab results. This thing sucks. This app sucks so hard. Completed July 15th. Damn. They got me marked down for a couple no shows. How do I pursue this properly? One, I can spend forever self diagnosing, so to get clarity, it's probably best I just go to the. Freaking, who's my insurance provider? One. There. Two. Do I need to do this right now? I don't. I sure as hell don't. So let me. Actually shut this machine down. Or no. This computer's still working, okay. My computer is freaking out. Kind of hard right now. The computer. The amount, the degree to which it's freaking out. Hey, there we go. Whew. Whoop. Why am I being billed anything for these labs? It's very confusing. Yeah, I mean, you can check in with me then. Sure. What the fuck, really? Is that much just for like a new patient appointment? That's crazy. Healthcare is fucking expensive. To do a physical and that visit, that's insane. It's insane, given. Wow, okay. Um, I wonder if I think I gotta look at my coverage here to understand how this is supposed to work. Specialist office visit. And I don't know if I need all that yet. Maybe the thing is to try to talk to my PCP again. That's probably what they'll want. Primary choice. What can these guys do for me here? Maybe I gotta call them. I might need to call them. Jesus, this app fucking sucks. I can't stand this app. It's gonna ask me for a code again. Yeah, this is ludicrous. I sign in over here anywhere. Patient resources. I can chat to request an appointment. Sucks. Um. Hey, welcome back. Weird. Who do I need to be talking to? Yes. Doctor. Non-emergency care. I should have. It's okay. Specialty pharmacy. Yeah, I've been living with pain for like ever since coming back home following XBiz Miami. And I want to pursue actual care. Because at this point, it's been closing in on 4 months. And my body hasn't just fixed itself, in spite of the fact I've given myself plenty of rest. Yeah, I mean, I think with the right care, I'll be okay. But there's a bit of a question of like, how do I get the care that I need at this point, right? Like, do I need to plan coverage information? Like, can I just set up an appointment myself with a specialist, or do I need to get a referral? I don't know yet. I do not know yet. So let's just search for the word specialist. Participating specialist physician. Okay, wait. For details, must be provided through PCP, who may refer you for further treatment. Okay, so I do need to go through my PCP. That's, I guess, how it works. So, get a hold of PCP. I guess I want to make an appointment. This is absurd. Freaking show me something. This app is ludicrous. I think I'm gonna need to call them. Some bitch. Okay, that's very strange. This is ludicrous. This is ludicrous. Wow, okay. Yeah, that sucks. And I imagine calling them is not necessarily going to work right now either. Let's see. Yeah, this is the web chat support line, which isn't help. Last time I tried scheduling myself an appointment. Oh yeah, and that also indicates that that location is presently closed. They're only, apparently, according to this, they're only open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. They keep some really, really regular hours, which I imagine the doctors like, so they don't have to be open around the clock. They can have very, very normal lives. Yep, that's what it says. Okay, what I do then is I book an appointment, an in-person follow-up, because I missed the telemedicine appointment when that was probably the way to go. Probably it would have been good to talk to them. Let's say I want to do this at and I'm expecting they're gonna give me a call. Maybe not right away, but because this app, for whatever reason, last time I did this, the app showed me a bunch of time slots that were available, when in fact those time slots were not available, so I had to talk to somebody called me and was like, oh, we have to reschedule you. Okay. Whatever. That kind of sucks. That means I don't get any more information until Monday. Earliest. Most likely. About when I can be seen by my PCP or talk to my PCP. What else can I do? I can keep diagnosing my own. Ortho. Ortho. Okay, so there's potentially some good PT for this. Rotator cuff. And it's just a matter of learning, rediscovering. I had this stuff pulled up at one point. Oh, Thor. Deep breath. I can take. We'll just Google it. I'm so angry. It sucks. It's okay. Let's try to channel this anger productively. Getting my body right. I go through this a bit.
eventually I'll have this all down. This set of exercises. And then hopefully with that I'll see some recovery. Okay, so what do we do? Let's pull this up. Health, rotator cuff, and shoulder conditioning program. I forgot to grab that, but it's okay. All right, rotator cuff and shoulder conditioning program. I may want my other glasses. Page 1. Where are the pages? I want to see the rotator cuff and shoulder conditioning program. There's a rehab for your shoulder, rotator cuff, and shoulder rehabilitation exercises. I don't know. All right, let's just start here. Start on this page. Colombian Mike told me about this one.
I guess this kind of falls in line with the joint flossing, right? This basic. Looking for the basic range. Crossover arm stretch. Do not pull or put pressure on your elbow. Holding at your upper arm.
This one doesn't do shit for me. At least not on the affected shoulder. And it's also part of it's essentially part of this eagle. So I've already been doing that plenty. Doesn't seem to be useful.
Passive internal rotation for the supraspinatus.
And I suppose here, internal rotation. How far out can I go? To the point of feeling a pull. Okay, well, I suppose I'm starting to feel a stretch here. I can go pretty far. Because I think here with the internal rotation, I think internally rotated, kind of, like it's, why the stick even? Why not just I don't think this is the issue. The issue for me when I affected arm, when I try to extend beyond 180 degrees, then it's painful. Unaffected arm beyond 180 is fine. I keep going. I feel stretch, but there's no pain.
Passive external rotation.
So affected side, feeling a pretty good stretch. Ooh, yeah. Alexa, turn on the fan. And so the difference there.
I don't know. I'm not entirely convinced. It's for infraspinatus and teres minor, stretch in the back of the shoulder. Sleeper stretch. I didn't mess with this too much, but affected shoulder under you. Already feeling discomfort when I lay on it. You want to push your other arm. Yeah, I mean, there's just pain and discomfort immediately. I'm pushing it down. Maybe I don't need to be on the delt. Oof. So that's just fucked. Okay, so affected shoulder under you. Anyway, there we develop an ankle. What the fuck is this? Let's try on the other side. Okay. Right, okay. Here, I think I can have a more acute angle without so much as pushing it naturally. I can already hit a more acute angle. I want some stretching. You can go pretty far. 30-ish degrees maybe. Whereas on this side, just letting it go. It stops up at like a 45. And with some, I think there's something there. Something is going on there. So this one seems to be beneficial. Yeah, and I feel it. So this is doing something. Doesn't look like much, but it's doing something. I want to make a note. Infraspinatus and teres minor as well. Upper back, behind shoulder is where you should feel it, but it says. But where I'm getting a stretch, where I'm feeling things, I guess it's mostly correct, yeah. I want to place it, yeah, I guess it's pretty much where it should be. Try again on the other side. Just to see. Yeah. This other, the unaffected side can definitely go further before feeling anything. So this one's doing some work. This one has some impact. You should note sleeper stretch. I'm gonna set up a whole thing here. This is going to be the rotator cuff and shoulder conditioning. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing here? What Patel are you doing here? Today's date is the 7th of September. 5 sleeper stretch. Right shoulder can't go. As far as left. A standing row. They naturally depict all of this stuff with, elastic bands. Like, hey, you can stretch an elastic band and try to pull it toward yourself. And this again, right side, the affected side, feeling a lot more of a stretch. So just with the elastic band, I guess that's sufficient. If I'm feeling it with the elastic band, then just stick with the elastic band. There's no reason to load up at this point. And I guess it doesn't help that I was doing pull-ups and chin-ups the other day. I may want to spend more time with really low resistance before trying to build in resistance. I imagine, I'm a little curious here. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as you pull, go figure. I want to see this. Get that other camera up. It doesn't recognize me yet. There we go. Okay. So I can kind of see my back. I'm over here. There we go. Ugh, it just settles back to the middle. Silly thing. Okay, so This was something similar to one of the tests that they indicated. Yeah, for good measure. Go over to this side, repeat, knowing that it's a little off. Let's make a little note here. Resistance band standing row. Okay. External rotation with arm abducted 90 degrees. This is a comfortable resistance. I mean, oh. Good. Okay. Kind of. This one too, I can kind of look. This, going back to the standing row, if I do something like this, the range of motion's not quite the same. And I don't have a, if I had something like overhead, I suppose that would be helpful. So, no, that's not going to be as descriptive. Okay, so this is one side at a time. And you're not really sweating. Yeah. Just kind of playing around with this stuff. So this, I think that, alright, it's kind of like here, trying to go to this position. Once I exceed I know that once this exceeds 90 degrees, it becomes really painful. It becomes quite painful. Whereas on this side, I guess it's type 2. But this side, there's actual, like, real discomfort. So this one's, I mean, this is what it's depicting, right? Right. We're out first. Like roughly in line with shoulder, and then trying to keep the elbow roughly in line. Abduct, 90 degree abduct. I guess both sides could be some work on this. Can you do that with weight? Just a simple. Whoa. I got lost in the corner. Wait, which corner are we lost in? This one. Hey, there we go. Now we're back. Driven technology.
This side is also really fucked up. It's weird.
Amusing and confusing. Worth making a note of. External rotation with arm abducted 90 degrees. Both of them feel really fucked. Just working on this one. Number 7. External rotation with arm abducted 90 degrees. Both feel it. I guess there's more discomfort if I had to label it. If I had to label it. Like something. I don't know. This one's a weird one. They're both feeling pretty fucked. Sensation is different though. Somehow. 6 standing row seems to be working as well. Standing row seems helpful. Now we're moving to actual internal rotation, subcapularis. That's the word I'm looking for. So we're trying to resist the internal rotation.
They are in Iceland. She is in Iceland? She. Based off of that one test. Kind of expected this to. Don't know. This one, the resistance increases. Should
moving it across. External rotation. Inconclusive. Elbow flexion. Essentially a bicep curl. Elbow extension. I wonder if No. No. I don't really feel like anything much. Oh wow. What are we looking at the ceiling for? Computer. So stupid. Trapezius strengthening. So this is essentially like what they're depicting is like why are we on the floor now? Well, head here. It has no idea what it's trying to find. What they're depicting looks kind of like tricep kickback type of thing. I'm just trying to feel this out. No. Might be helpful. I know I've been I haven't been doing very much in a way of I haven't been doing shit really for strength, and so I know that at this point getting weaker. So having some return, some strength training is going to be helpful. I guess playing around with it, seeing how things feel. It's important. That's what they're depicting, right? It's a tricep kickback type of thing. Stop when hand shoulder height, arm parallel to the floor. Cool. Where we go? I wonder how I should keep in my elbow. I'm not. In fact, it's not even that, not isolated for the tricep. It's what they're doing is this. Kind of, it says stopping when your hand is shoulder height. Hand reaches bench, helps support weight. Palm facing body on the side that's going up. Raise arm, rotating hand to the thumbs up position. With an outward rotation. Outward rotation. Oh, this is kind of weird. Supraspinatus. I mean, rotating your hand to the thumbs up position. That bit gets me a bit. PC strengthening. I want to see that. Right at this moment, but 12. Question mark. Scapula setting. Why would you do this? Oh, facing around. I guess that's the resistance. Oh, stuck. Right. One thing I'm curious about. Fucking piece of shit technology. Curious to see if there's anything to be seen there. It's called scapula setting. Scapula setting. Scapular retraction / protraction. I'll need to clear off this bench. In order to do some of this stuff. It's a good time. It's a good time as any to do that. Yeah. In the name of recovery. Wrangle some of the chaos that is my space. Ugh. that. Which is more or less what this thing is doing, right? I think this is what it's asking for, more or less. They're just talking about taking a weight, laying down on the thing, taking a weight, and using the shoulder blade, squeeze shoulder blade toward the opposite side as far as possible, trying to lift without shrugging your shoulder toward your ear. Right, so trying to isolate for this type of thing, which is essentially what I was doing with this, right? And there, here, right side is not happy. Compared to left. Good day to you. It's 3:36, 3:37 in the afternoon over here. Good morning. You're not in Hawaii, are you? A lot more discomfort on the right. But let's try to actually set this up proper. Oh, some stuff I've had here for eons. Bullshit notification. These little things I think I can probably toss. Swag. Dong dong logic. This is not quite as elevated as I think I might want for this. But generally the motion is something like this. I want to be higher up. Anyway, the simple motion. Left side, no weight, right? Left side, easy. Right side, discomfort. Discomfort. Once, like, range of motion's not as high, I don't think, before experiencing this discomfort. But yeah, there's just something going on here. It's the angles. If I try to put everything out to like roughly 90 degrees, right angles. Anyway, I went through this trouble of clearing this thing off. Some optical audio cables that I think I've finished with here. I don't think these need to be in this space anymore. So I can gradually clear away some of this detritus. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Pain. No pain.
I wonder if the intent behind the laying down is just to try to isolate. That's probably what it is. Yeah. Gotta come at it something like. Oh gosh, it's just so. Like this side is just hesitation. And this movement just feels. There's a lot going on there. Okay. That one's noteworthy. If I didn't end up really using this bench after clearing it.
Scapular retraction slash protraction. Hey, Daggy. Hey. How you doing? Retraction. Protraction. Right side feels ready. Bent over horizontal abduction. Wait, what the hell's the difference? Oh, you know what? Lift the weight slowly by squeezing your... okay. So what I was doing was bent over horizontal abduction. I see. My bad. Bent dash over horizontal abduction. And I'm just reading this. Yeah, because it's not trying to raise it out in front of you. This is horizontal abduction, right? That correct. Or scapular retraction slash protraction. Simply with some weight. That's just like this trying to bring the shoulder blade without like I guess shrugging the shoulder itself. It's just trying to lift the weight using the shoulder blade.
Right, and this generally, I think that the right side, this whole, yeah, things just feel kind of. Not as nice. Not as nice, not as smooth as whatever it is. It's just not pleasant.
Scapular retraction, protraction. Lift weight slowly by squeezing shoulder blade toward the opposite side as far as possible. Internal and external rotation.
Okay, so left side going back and forth. And I can do this on a bed. Easy money. Right side. Simply cannot go as far forward. Right, this is something, I mean, I think this is both out roughly to the same amount, same degree. Same time. Yeah, part of it fit is just straight up. Oh. That was the whole, this thing, the stretch from earlier. Getting this to recover some range of motion, I guess. That is not just. Yeah. Issue is different on that side. On this affected side. And that again is the internal rotation. On the external, he's getting up to 90, no issue. And here, the strengthening portion means that one can take a weight and lift. Trying to mind my angles here.
noise a little bit. Similar deal here. External rotation. Going from I'm trying to raise this to a vertical position. Rotating arm at the shoulder. Oh, pop. Something like that. Right, going from now the unaffected side already feels kind of gritty. Just going through this movement. Yeah, I'm able to get to the vertical. External rotation. Oh man. Okay. Internal rotation. Subscapularis. And this is the final thing, is internal rotation. Here they're looking to strengthen the affected shoulder with internal rotation by introducing a weight. But that feels weird. Just laying on the freaking delt. That's uncomfortable. But maybe that's normal, who knows? Okay, experimenting here. What? Other side. This terminal is like from the elbow, right? Front of your shoulder. Against your side, I don't. So, against, like, what am I on then? Just kind of sandwiching it? Maybe it's this. I want the entire thing to be able to move freely. Oh.
Blech. Hi, Panther. Oops. Didn't mean to do it that way, but it's all good. I guess, for the sake of collecting data, this gets me. This particular thing. So, this side, left side, left. And I guess what this is while the shoulder is internally rotated, I'm trying to lifting this. What am I doing here? It just feels off. This right side. What do I even call that? Protraction. Just shoulder blades. All right. Alexa, turn off the fan. Alexa, turn off workstation. It worked. Good. This is a bit of a mess. What the fuck is this? Artboard 3. What is this? A path? This needn't be here. Right, and these are actually a mix of colors. This entire thing. Is there an eyedropper? Yes, there is. That's 100% black. Black. These are all black. Ooh, what? This isn't. This is all sorts of weird. No, it's also black. It's just built up of CMYK as opposed to... That's really weird. Here, the only channel is black. But these are... What is this called? A guide? Ah, okay, these are guides. Right. Light blue ones. What the fuck is with these? I select this element. Okay. Each one of these. Why do those things exist? Don't know. It's very strange. Very, very strange. How are these paths defined? This is like flattened out or something. Huh. So we started with this. Which was an image he brought in. I have this. And then there was this. Ah, who dis? Oh, hey. I neglected to update my channel title and what have you. There we go. Yeah, I was following along with this program from a site, Ortho Info. Maybe it's something that you would be curious to take a look into as well. Ortho Info from AAOS, the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons. Whoop, that's not the URL. There we go. Dragon Technology. So I was looking at that and trying to follow along with it. Trying to diagnose myself. Because something's not right. Like this. So this is moving to external rotation, discomfort. This side, it's different. This side, like my back's just kind of, it's been beat because I did pull-ups the other day. Like I've just been resting a lot. Whereas this side, there's like a discomfort, a tension that doesn't exist on this side. Mars. Kungdukslag. Can you trace your left side to a specific incident? Do you know at what point it started? So yours, it could be a right, just kind of a repetitive stress injury, occupational hazard. Yeah, you might find that interesting. I might try to stick with it a bit too, just see what happens. Took some notes on it. The strengthening conditioning stuff, I did not take very much in the way of notes on. But the stretch, like where I felt, I took a couple of notes. It was this horizontal abduction. Just trying to lift this out to the side. Right side, there's discomfort. Left side, perfectly fine. And then this other one where I was trying to go from a 90 and touch the floor while laying. Similarly, right side's fucked. Got bad. Okay. All right. So in your case, it very well could have been a repetitive stress injury type of thing. In my case, this was very acute. I was pushed off balance and fell to the ground while holding my camera in my right hand, and cognizant of the fact that were my camera and its optic to smash face first into the ground, it very well could have destroyed the equipment. I ended up landing really funny. And I think in that moment, like, there was some sudden trauma. But yeah, RSI is it's very real. It sucks. That's why, like, when I'm using the computer these days, I'm usually using a trackpad and trying to think more on like major muscle movements instead of micro. Wanting to avoid things like carpal tunnel. And yeah, it sucked. It fucking sucked. If you're curious, that's the event where this went down. And have I sought any professional help or just working on it at home? This that URL that I sent you earlier, that I shared with you, that was something shared with me by my PCP, primary care physician. And I missed my follow-up appointment, which was really, really soon after that first visit. Now I want to schedule a follow-up, and to do it in person. Just like try to get his help in diagnosing, right? His medical opinion. Hey, what in my rotator cuff is likely to be fucked? I learned there are a bunch of tests that you can administer. Maybe I can get my father to help me with them. But no, I mean, I don't make very much. So my first move was just try to rest, allow my body to naturally recover. But it's now been almost 4 months. So we're at 3 3/4. That makes what? Like 15 weeks. 15 weeks past the date that I experienced the traumatic injury. And it's still just, it's not right. So, like at this point, yeah, I want some more data. And I think now it's time to actually start trying out some PT stuff. Oh yeah, I'm sure it took some time. And yep, things that you can get when yeah. Yeah, US is kind of fucked. We are a pretty funny place. Given that I know for myself really clearly exactly when this happened, one of the things I did, I tried reaching out to some attorneys, ones that do personal injury type stuff. And the initial response has not been really, really good. I gather that a lot of those attorneys, what they do is they take cases where you've got two parties involved in an automobile accident, and usually it's really clear, like, hey, there's, this is the vehicle that struck the other vehicle, and here's the insurance company. Go after the insurance company. It's usually really, really cut and dry. I want to find a good attorney. I would really like to find a good attorney. Because for a very long time, I've been aware that this country is one where a lot of issues get solved only through litigation. And that's been this at the moment is a weakness. I don't have attorneys in a bunch of different states that I can work with yet. Not yet. But God willing, I'll find a good attorney. I'll find some good representation. And then, from there, I have faith that I will prevail. And then it's just going to be a question of things like, who's going to be the one paying for me, for my treatment? Yeah, I mean, again, in a country where you have healthcare that's provided for by the state, everybody's pitching into the system. And if somebody gets injured, it's like unless it's maybe in my case it's still like, you know, somebody injured you directly, then yeah, you have litigation. But otherwise, you know, like small things, even something like this, maybe you just, hey, it's whatever, right? Yeah, there's some headache. I get the sense that, you know, as a private individual, that some companies they don't want to actually help. Like until there's the threat, until a lawyer is knocking on their door, they would prefer just to sweep things under the rug. And it's kind of gross. Like it's disgusting. That's the way that this system works. Right. Yeah, if it's an RSI type of thing, then yeah. And usually, the experience I've had there is like usually then let's say, okay, the onus is on the employer to educate the employees how to use their bodies in a way that is less liable to result in this repetitive stress injury. But even if there is a repetitive stress injury, then, you know, usually I think there the liability is typically on employers to, or the health insurance. But yeah, it sucks. It sucks. I hate it. I'm hurt and angry. I want justice. Odd. Let me find that URL I shared with you earlier. The ortho info. Trying to take my notes. I don't even know my doctor's name. My PCP. There we go. Okay, so that one is the one I missed. Right. which I don't have the doctor's name here, but I think July 15th. Where can I get certainty? Invoice date. Yep, July 15th. Ooh, pop. Okay, that sucks. Where do we go from here? I want to keep fighting. Hey, XBiz, where's the beef? Who can I... what am I? Who can I reach out to? Oh, wow. Alright, well, he'll be out of there. Tomorrow, roughly noon. So tonight, I imagine, is partying it up. in Manchester. Anyway. Here, I think, do I have a note? Comes out of that. I do. So I cleaned that up a little bit. Maybe I do have an email I could share. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's got the clicky switches. I have now, I think, 3 mechanical keyboards, but this one's got the clickies. And I like it. Whereas I really don't care for touch screens. June 13th. I wonder if I have a screenshot of this. Possible the answer is a no. Alright, these are my registration inquiries. Yeah. Man, I've got files sitting all over the damn place. It would be nice to just like this. This is nice too. Ah, I see. Yeah, I mean, it can make computing a little more joyful. So why not? We all do it to some degree. Yeah. I would love to stay in chat, but I am expected. So, as always, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for tuning in, for your support, expressed in its many different forms. And until next time, be good out there. Take care of yourself, and if you can, someone else. Bye for now.